Alright guys, I'm working on a rainy day project here. So I got this little single axle trailer that we've been having for a while that I bought a while back, which works great for us. We got the trimmer racks and put the blowers in the cage and everything. But I'd like to use this trailer where I could put two stand-ons or a rider and a stand-on, something like that. The only problem is this cage is limiting me from driving all the way forward to get the full access of this trailer. I think it's 11 foot 4 inches long if you take the cage off, and that's pretty much what I need. So I think I'm gonna cut this cage off of it because it's welded all together. It was all built as one, and I'm gonna try to recycle this and put it on my bigger trailer where I have more room. I can still put two mowers on this one because it's a 16 foot, and I'll just put it here. I was going to use an angle grinder and just kind of surgically remove it, but then I quickly realized that everything is just welded together as they built the trailer, and it's all as one. So I think my best option here is to just whack it all off, and then I can surgically, rebuild it. So I'll give you an update after I get it cut off.
One hour later.
Alright, I think I finally got it all cut to where I can lift the box off of it. So basically, I just went ahead and cut all the way under here. I tried to get it close to where the wells are, and it's just too hard to cut right there. I managed to do it on that one, but I'm just gonna have to operate on it once I get the box off. But I had to cut all the expanded metal all the way around. Combination of all these tools. Went through a few of those sawzall blades. The 4-inch grinder with a cutoff wheel is the most effective in most applications of it. But let me see if I can get this thing off of the trailer now. Alright, got it up. Took a jack, got under it, picked it up. That thing is stupid heavy. I bet it's 250 pounds. So what I'm going to do is just get some square tubing and weld that in place, and all of these little pieces here I'll probably put either some angle iron or flat bar along it, just so you can't see where all the cuts were, and it should be just fine. And like I said, I'm going to stick that cage after I clean up the bottom from where I made the cuts and everything, make it all flat, and I'm going to set it on top of that trailer right there in the front. I think another thing I wanted to do is take these two trimmer racks off this trailer. A lot of times we're picking up debris with branches or whatnot, or pine straw, and these things just kind of get in the way. So I'm gonna take these off. Alright, got the cage off the trailer. Used my little mini winch here with the drill. Hooked that in right there, and I put a pipe up into the attic access of the shop here. Lifted it up and drove the trailer out. And I measured it. It's gonna fit perfect on the big long trailer we got, the 16 footer. And right here, I want to see what will fit on the trailer, and it looks like the standards fit perfectly. Got about 6 inches to spare. Gotta rebuild all that, of course. But I wanted to see if it would jackknife and hit the ramp here, and it doesn't. It looks pretty close, but it does clear. Sorry about all the car noise on the main highway here. But if you jackknife it all the way, you can drop the ramp and unload this one without, you know, unhooking the trailer or anything. So that's pretty cool. I can do it on both of those trailers. And I'm gonna put square tubing back right here, and right here you can see where I had things welded on right there. I'm gonna go ahead and shave those down real smooth, weld them up, make them clean. So what I gotta do here, that's why I have it in the shop, is this is where I had to cut it loose from the other trailer where they had it welded on. Gotta grind all that smooth, cut that off and grind it smooth all the way around. And right here, I just gotta flush this up and then cap it off, and then that way I can put it directly onto the 16-foot trailer, which is the exact same width. I'm probably gonna cut this off right here, the spare tire mount, and relocate it.
72 hours later.
Well, it's been a couple of days. Took a break from working on this after this happened. So apparently when you operate this little machine here and you put it on cruise control and you grab it right here, apparently that will cut through your gloves and put a pretty deep wound. So I figured I'd quit at that moment and take a break for a couple of days, let this heal up. So I did get the expanded metal off the inside, and I got this piece, that piece undone, cut off I should say, and I have this one, and this one to get flat. Then I'll probably cut this flush and cap it off, and I think that'll work. I'm gonna wait till last to take this off because that's what I'm using to use my winch to lift it from the roof, so I can lift it up, drive my trailer underneath it to get it, you know, set up. So that's where we're at now. All right, got all the pieces cut and grinded down all flat, nice and neat. Cut these flush. Cut 2 little 1/8 inch pieces right here to go inset right there. So just go ahead and tack all 4 of those in, weld them up. Also made a little boo-boo here while trying to get the excess off, so I'm gonna weld that up. And when I was trying to take it off the trailer initially, I was going to try and separate it right here and cut. So that wasn't working. I got to weld that back up. Alright, got these capped off right here and grinded down both sides. Everything is flat now and grinded. Fix my boo-boo right there. And I put a few little stitch wells to hold that back together. Also right there. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and paint it and let it dry overnight. And once I have it on the trailer, I'll figure out how I'm going to mount it. Once it's on the trailer, I'll take this thing off.
later.
Alright, so I finally had a chance to work on this trailer again. I gotta go ahead and replace the square tubing I cut out of the cage that's on that trailer now. So what I did is pull the measurement from the back, came as far as I could to a nice even number of 112 inches, marked it, did the same thing over there. I'm gonna cut it with a nice clean cut, and gonna go ahead and make this piece. Alright, so the outside dimension is 73 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my square tubing. Alright, so I got a 10-foot long piece of square tubing, 2-inch square tubing. Found the center and went 36.5 out on each side. And from that center line to that center line is 73 inches. So I just went ahead and took my square and put a 45 all the way around it, like so. And I'm just gonna cut that little triangle out and then bend it and weld it closed. So I got it squared up. I measured from the outside here to over there, and it's the same as here and here. And I put 40-pound weight on it so it can't move around while I'm tack welding this in place. And also put this T-square in to make sure it stays where it needs to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack that together and let it cool down, and then I'll tack it some more, weld it up. Try not to let it twist too much. Alright, this is what I got so far. I'll just go ahead and weld this up right here on each side. As you can see, I got a gap right there and all the way around. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this 4-inch or 3.5-inch flat bar, and I'm gonna weld it all the way around right here.
Few inches later.
Alright, so I forgot to turn the camera on and show you the other steps I took, but this is how far I've gotten. All the square tubing is welded up and done. I just have to basically put some flat bar underneath the square tubing all the way around here, because there's still a gap right there. So basically just gonna put some flat bar, connect it. I got my spare tire mount on it. Got it about 3/4 of an inch underneath gap, so it's not rubbing. But for the most part, it's done. not too bad.